is enabling a specific focus to bridge the divide between the industry and academia and to improve the women representation in data and allied fields. So the WiBD has set up the mission to cultivate tangible opportunities for women, unlock the talent potential through accessible training. India chapter is running 5 anchor programs: Vidya, Saraswati, Shakti, Gayatri, and Lakshmi. Now, I call upon Dr. Girish sir, Dean Academic and HOD CSE, to welcome the gathering. Please.
Good morning to everyone. Very warm good morning to all. So today we are inaugurating the student branch on Women in Big Data. So I welcome the Allan Channappa, Vice President, WiMEC Bellari, Chairman, RYMEC Bellari. I'll also welcome Dr. T. Hanumanth sir, Principal, RYMEC Bellari. Dr. Ekta Mahal and Sowmya Moni, Co-Director, Women in Big Data, India Chapter. I'll also welcome Dr. Anuradha SG, Professor and PG Coordinator, Program Coordinator, Women in Big Data, Department of Computer Science. Also welcome Nagavani Brother, Associate Professor, Faculty Coordinator, Women in Big Data. I'll also welcome Mrs. Rajeshwari RP, Technical Coordinator, Women in Big Data, Department of Computer Science and Engineering. Also welcome all the students and teaching and non-teaching faculty members and faculty members of CSE department. I also welcome teaching and non-teaching members of CSE department. Thank you. Thank you, madam.
Thank you, sir. Now I call upon Dr. Anuradha ma'am to introduce the members of WiBD India chapter. Please, ma'am.
ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಒಂದು 15 ನಿಮಿಷ. No, it is not audible, Rajeshwari ma'am.
Hello.
Not audible.
Is it audible, sir, now?
You stop videos, then it will have a clarity in voice. Stop video.
Hello, is it audible?
Yeah.
Yes.
Good morning to all the dignitaries and Director, Co-Director of Women in Big Data India chapter and all the student volunteers who have joined for today's inaugural program. Myself, Dr. Anuradha SG, Professor and PG Coordinator, Department of Computer Science and Engineering. I take a privilege to introduce today's guest, Director and Co-Director of WiBD chapter, Dr. Ekta Mahal, Director and CEO, Orina Solutions Private Limited. Madam is having a career of 25 years divided equally in industry and academia. Her passion is to set the ecosystem through technology, generating human talent with the support of training and research. She has been awarded as Women Entrepreneur of Gujarat and been invited by US for representing India as Women in Technology. She has published chapters in international books, papers, and holds a patent. She is also working as a subject matter expert and master trainer for ESSCI and NASCOM with NSDC and professional bodies as executive member of Computer Society of India, Baroda chapter. Core committee in Vadodara HR Forum, life member of NASCOM, ISTE, and IET. I welcome you, ma'am, on this occasion.
I'm just checking if Dr. Ekta has joined. Vinita, can you call and check if Dr. Ekta is able to join us? Else we'll get started.
Yes, ma'am. I will call.
Yeah.
I also take a privilege to welcome Sowmya Moni, Director. She has 22 years of experience in technology marketing with expertise in go-to-market strategy, product services, solutions, portfolio, industry, deal account-based marketing, market research, and influencer relations with HP, Oracle, Unisys, Educom Solutions. She is advising SaaS startups on marketing strategy. Madam is an official member of Forbes Communication Council and National Marketing Council WICCI member. Ma'am has received the most influential global marketing leader recognition for World Marketing Congress. I welcome you, ma'am, on this occasion.
Thank
I
you so
also
much. Thank you.
I also take a privilege to welcome our senior member of WIBD and all the directors of WIBD India chapter. Dr. Abhilasha Vyas, ma'am, also I welcome you, ma'am, on this occasion.
Yes, Dr. Abhilasha is unfortunately not able to join today, but we can go ahead. Thank you so much for the welcome. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Now I pass on the session to R.P. Rajeshwari, ma'am, to continue the remaining inaugural part.
Now I call Sowmya ma'am to brief about the WIBD chapter. Please, ma'am.
Oh, sure. Thank you so much, and welcome to the WIBD India family. On behalf of WIBD Women in Big Data India, I welcome you all. I'm looking forward to a great collaboration with all of you. We've had 3 successful chapters over the course of last 1 year, where a lot of active participation from students and faculty members alike. So, and we've hosted a number of sessions over the course of the year, which have benefited the entire WIBD community. Happy to say that we started or we launched in October 2020, and we're about 1,000 members now and looking to grow further over the course of this year. So thank you so much for this opportunity, for this collaboration. What I will do very quickly is walk you through what WIBD is about and a little more detail in terms of the programs that we are running and how we are anchoring these programs across our university or academia partnerships as well as industry partnerships. So I'll just share my screen now. Let me know when you're able to view my screen. Are you able to view my screen? Can somebody confirm?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay, great. So I'll just go to the very first, part of our screen. Let me just, give me 1 second. Okay. So. Okay, so the context of today is I will share the global vision and mission of the India chapter introduction. What opportunities in data are there? I know as part of computer science and engineering, I think there is tremendous opportunity for your students as well as your university to participate and actively contribute to the data ecosystem in our country. WIBD India Executive Council, the members, I think Rajeshwari ma'am actually spoke about some of these members already. She has been in touch with a few of our members, including Dr. Abhilasha Vyas, who's an Executive Council member. We'll also talk about, briefly touch upon the India structure and programs and how we run this across university chapters. Talk about the university chapters that we have currently incubated WIBD India with. And what does it take to join WIBD India, and how can you partner with us? So this is, of course, a collaboration between industry as well as the academia, and we want to bridge that divide. And WIBD plays a sort of a platform and an ecosystem where the academia partners as well as the industry partners come together. WIBD actually started 5 years ago, actually 6 years ago in 2015. And I think the obstacles for women in STEM are pretty known, right? I mean, while this is US data where, it starts at the age of 6 to 12, where, there is a equitable, or rather an equitable percentage of boys and girls liking towards STEM subjects. But as you advance, you see that, the number of women who actually get into the leadership positions or even pursue their careers in engineering and science discipline actually drastically reduces. So from 66%, you can see that only 3%, I mean, of course, this is US based data, but I think the India data is not very far or from the truth here. So what we are looking to do as part of Women in Big Data is we recognize this as a challenge, and we're trying to foster and trying to see as to, how we can, remove or bridge this divide or, reduce the disparity that exists today. Now, what is the mission of, WIBD? As I mentioned, it's a global volunteer-driven organization which focuses on, creating tangible opportunities for women, and through accessible training, through mentoring programs and thought leadership, and generally creating an empowerment of equity allies, and where they are not limited by resources or pooling or, training. The values of WIBD is really connect, cultivate, and champion. And therefore, it started off as a community-first approach. And that's what we are looking to extend in India as well, to create a community-first approach in India. Globally, we have close to 20,000 members. And this is across 6 continents and some 40 plus chapters. India chapter is part of the South Asia region in WIBD, and it's a fairly young chapter. We're only about a year and a couple of months old. And we've shown tremendous amount, and we've been very encouraged as members of the WIBD community, encouraged with the participation from both the industry and academia. And the pandemic and COVID has really accelerated digital adoption and learning, as you all must have seen. But it's also given tremendous amount of opportunity for universities like yours, as well as several other universities in tier 2, tier 3 towns who did not otherwise have access to industry, content and speakers, and now are able to access it through, the WIBD mission. This globally, we are structured quite formally, actually. We've got a global executive committee of 7 members and spread across 6 continents. And each country has a chapter, and that chapter has a director model. In India and South Asia, we're following the co-director model. So that's why Dr. Ekta Mehul is a co-director of WIBD India, and she's based out of Baroda, and I'm based out of Bangalore. We also have several committees as well who are responsible for networking, training, evangelism, awareness, and mentorship. And you will see some of this translate in some of the programs that we are running, very unique about India. These are some of our global sponsors and partners. As you can see, there are quite a few here. This is only a mere representation of this partnership. In India, we have several partners as well. Both of data startups as well as very large organizations. And we're looking to grow over the course of next year. And these organizations will actually be the talent, they will be talent hubs for us, where we will, organize internships, career placement fairs for the WIBD members. The India chapter, a little bit about, I think Dr. Anuradha already spoke about the introduction, but Dr. Ekta Mehul and I actually met July of 2020 to start this mission. And we are a Section 8 company registered in Baroda. And you can see that, our mission is primarily to drive women representation in the data and data allied fields. And we're just furthering the global mission. And we're very encouraged with the participation both from the industry as well as the academia to support our mission. This is our WIBD India team. This is an executive council team that we have put together. And all of these team members are actually our executive council members, and even the volunteers who are contributing to this mission are really, volunteering their time, their expertise to further the mission of WIBD India. So I'm sure you've all interacted, or some members of your faculty have already interacted with Dr. Abhilasha and Dr. Ekta, but we have Piyush, we have Sridevi, we have Bindu. You can see that there is a healthy representation of industry and academia with vast experience in engineering, data science, and analytics field. This is Dr. Sudhindra Kaushik, and they're all holding very, high positions in their organizations, of positions of influence. Dr. Jasdeep Kaur Dhanwa is actually running one of our, chapter anchor programs, and I will talk about that in the subsequent slides. Meenakshi Arun has about 18 years of experience in software development, education, and analytics, and she's the director of data analytics in Microsoft India. So I think we've been very blessed and fortunate to have these members join us voluntarily to further the mission. We've got several other members also, or experts. We've got close to 10 experts who conduct sessions on a weekly or bi-weekly basis. And over the course of the year, we've done about 25 to 30 such expert sessions and workshops furthering the mission of data. And they're all around data. And if you go to our WIBD India website, or even our LinkedIn channel, you'll be able to see some of these recordings of these sessions. And that should probably give you or a better appreciation of the kind of content and the kind of methodologies that we're adopting to make WIBD India successful. Data potential in India, I think this is given we're one of the largest populous country in the world. I think the kind of internet traffic and the kind of mobile data that we consume, data is around us, right? So whatever stream you are in, whether you're in a university or an academia, or whether any part of the industry, data is prevalent across us. Now, what do you make sense of that data? And we see that, there's a major skill gap in the field of big data professionals, and that's what we're looking to, bridge. So our goal in WIBD India chapter is to improve women representation in data and data allied fields across industry and academia at a grassroots level, because we believe that, as we include more industry partners and academia partners across the country, we tend to stand a chance of building and bridging the skill gap that currently our country faces. And especially with the proliferation of digital and digital technologies, I think it's making all the more important for us to continue this, furthering this mission. Now, something unique about India's structure and programs, while we have a global committee and a global executive board as well, which runs WIBD based out of Silicon Valley, at every country level, there is some uniqueness to the programs that we run, and it's very contextual to the regional and the national requirements. So when we started WIBD India, we wanted to make sure that we covered the entire value stream or value chain of talent supply and demand. And that's why we thought we will grow the community of women across the value chain and create success stories. And the way we thought we could do that is running through certain programs and structuring ourselves for success for each of these programs. So I'll talk about, how our India structure is. So as I mentioned earlier, we have co-directors, and these are broadly some responsibilities that the co-directors carry. And then the executive council members that I just introduced, what are their responsibilities? While we are a not-for-profit organization, we run pretty much like a formal organization, and each of these members are volunteering their time and their active participation to make sure that this organization succeeds in its mission. And team members like Vinita, as you see here in the call today, she's also a volunteer and a student with us, who are responsible for taking execution of these programs at a national level and managing some of the communications for the chapters that we have. Now we have multiple chapters. We already have 3 successful chapters in the country, and we're looking to add a few more this year. the idea is more, or the focus is more on quality than quantity. And we want to make sure that whatever outreach that we do is beneficial for WIBD members. We don't charge any student or any member of the academia community to be part of our mission. So we have we've divided them by regions, and there are chapter leads and there are volunteers. Now this is very unique to India. We thought we will structure the program if we have to be successful at a national level. We'll structure the program across 5 anchors, as we call them, and these are 5 anchor programs. We've got Vidya, Saraswati, Shakti, Gayatri, and Lakshmi. Now Vidya is really about knowledge dissemination, as the name suggests. And this is to further the mission of bridging the divide between industry and academia. And how do we do that? We do that by conducting several expert sessions. And we run about a couple of those a month. And all WIBD members can attend that. It usually happens on a Saturday. And because that's when we see maximum participation from both the industry and academia. And these sessions can vary between they could be hands-on workshops, or they could be, industry speakers coming and talking about their experience. And right now we're running an industry series where we're looking at big data applications across, say, consumer goods or financial services or insurance or, energy sector or banking. So I think, and we're calling experts from the industry to talk about their experience and also open up opportunities within their organizations for internships and perhaps even full-time placements. And this, we do that through our, sessions that we conduct. We've also done a few very basic data analysis workshops as well, starting with, simple tools like Excel, and then moving on to a little more advanced like Power BI and Tableau. And then we've done a few introduction to statistics kind of courses as well. And this is all coming through from years of experience that most of our experts have. So if you go to our website, you'll be able to see the number of experts that we've enrolled. We're very active on LinkedIn. So, and many of these experts are also very active on LinkedIn, and you should be able to connect with them one-on-one as well. Saraswati is industry-driven curriculum and certificate program design and development. And this is something which we've partnered with NASSCOM for. They run a Future Skills Prime program, and we've got a microsite within that NASSCOM site where, all WIBD members can actually, access the learning courses. We've curated a few set of courses relevant to big data and digital that I think members of WIBD should be able to go through. The differentiator that we see is that as the students or as the members actually go through these courses, they also have access to our expert panel or our experts and WIBD Executive Council members to clarify any doubts or any concerns that they have in completion of these courses. So that's the unique differentiator that we are bringing as part of WIBD India program. Shakti is targeting women who are looking to restart their career in education and or education in data. Now, many women who've actually left the workforce are yearning to come back, and there could be various reasons that they would have left the workforce, right? For family reasons or childcare, or simply looking at restarting their career in the field of digital and data. So we are nurturing that work stream through Shakti, and we're doing an outreach program. We are mentoring them and creating some counseling sessions. Now WIBD Global is actually going to launch their mentoring platform early January, where many women will get an opportunity to be mentored by several experts, either in the WIBD India community or in the global community. Then we have Gayatri, which is a program that is the distinction between Shakti and Gayatri are both are related to women who are looking to restart or further their career in data. But the difference between Gayatri and Shakti is that while Shakti is for women who are looking to restart their career, who've had an employment gap or a career gap, whereas Gayatri involves women who are already in a reasonably good position or who have experience and expertise in technology, but are looking to develop their leadership skills. And that's what we are looking to do as part of developing leaders. We already are running 4 cohorts with women leaders across organizations like Intel, Moody Analytics, Ericsson, and Cognizant. So we've been fortunate to get women leaders who are looking to not only further their career, but also looking at entering the C-suite of organizations. Lakshmi is really about internship and providing full-time opportunities. And this is where the rubber meets the road, right? So while we are addressing education, we are addressing certification, we are addressing mentoring, counseling, leadership, we want to make sure that all of this translates into meaningful, tangible opportunities which further the career for women. And that we do that using our internship and full-time placement fairs. We've been successful in placing many of our interns in data-founded startups of women and our industry partners. These are our industry and academia partners. Few of these universities you may already know. The industry partnerships are running in parallel. In fact, many of these organizations are actually run or founded by women. So very happy to support women, not only in career opportunities, but also helping them seed their talent team as well. Our industry and academia partnership engagements are primarily in 4 areas, and I spoke about these programs. It's through events that we conduct, through placement opportunities, through skill building and certification, through mentoring. We've really not started the investment in incubation of startups, but I think going forward, as we are seeding some of these talent teams for data setups or startups, we look to do that in future in 2022. How can you be part of WIBD? You can join us by simply following us on our website, on LinkedIn. We're available on all social media channels. If you'd like to become a partner, or if you know any other university or academia partnership would be worthy of our partnership, then you can write to us, and these are our coordinates. I think that's about it. We are running several goals oriented programs. I spoke about the programs and the university chapters. Now, I'll just give you an idea of how Indira Gandhi Technical University for Women in Delhi is running. They're running a WIBD chapter where there is a student and a faculty coordinator. They have student volunteers who are part of several activities and sessions that we conduct. So this is completely driven voluntarily. So volunteers play a huge role, or rather the only role, in furthering the mission and growing WIBD for us. So these are some of the activities that they do within the university to keep WIBD invigorated. And they are growing these programs as well. This is, of course, this is a technical university for women. So we believe that, a lot of these women who are actually graduating now are getting placed in very good organizations in data and data allied fields. So very fortunate and excited to be, running this chapter in Indira Gandhi Technical University for Women. Then we also, in the West Zone, we've got Gujarat, University, and this is also an education society where they are running, their computer science department is running quite a few programs as well. So while all of them are part of the WIBD India, but they also run local chapter programs as well to further the mission of WIBD. Christ is obviously running several dedicated programs on data science, and this is something which they are also working on. We've done quite a few, expert talks and sessions with them as well. So that's about it. That's all I had to share, and looking forward to your university's active participation in furthering our mission. I'm happy to answer any questions. Hope this made sense and was useful to all of you.
Thank you, Sowmya Moni ma'am, Co-Director Women in Big Data India Chapter. for presenting the inaugural note on introduction of women in big data chapter at RYMEC campus. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
With your permission, we would like to virtually inaugurate the WIBD student chapter at RYMEC by unveiling the chapter activities as well as the office bearers of RYMEC chapter.
Absolutely. Yes.
So please provide us the permission to share the screen, ma'am. We want to announce.
Yes. Whom should I be sharing the screen with?
Dr. Anuradha.
Okay, fine. Dr. Anuradha, I just made you the co-host.
Sure, ma'am. Thank you. Hope the screen is shared.
Yes.
Now I request Pavani, student president of WIBD RYMEC chapter, student of 7th semester Department of Computer Science and Engineering, to announce the office bearers of RYMEC WIBD team. Pavani, over to you.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I will take privilege to introduce the core team members of RYMEC Women in Big Data. The first is Dr. Anuradha SG ma'am, who is a program coordinator, and I would like to introduce Nagvini Biradhar ma'am. She is a faculty coordinator, and now I would like to introduce R.P. Rajeshwari ma'am, who is the technical coordinator, and me myself, the president of RYMEC WIBD, and my friend Sowmya is also a president of RYMEC WIBD. Now I would like to introduce Nafiza Banu, the treasurer of RYMEC WIBD, and Srujana Patil, the secretary, and Ankita, the program manager, and the G, the P Sagar, and the T Sugana Sultana from social media representative department. And lastly, I would like to introduce the Hussein Saab and Roja V as a graphics designer. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for giving this opportunity to introduce the team members of RYMEC Women in Big Data.
A big round of applause. Congratulations for setting up the WIBD, core team. Congratulations to everybody.
Thank you, Pavani, and thank you, Sowmya Moni, ma'am. And now, with your permission, I would like to unveil the chapter activities that we have planned for this academic year 2021 and 2022 from WIBD RYMEC Women's Cell. So the plan of activities goes with WIBD student chapter inauguration, expert talk on big data and its challenges, talk on women's empowerment, hands-on session for Google Colab environment in the month of December 2021 and January 2022. For the next February 2022, we have the expert talk on soft skills, session on data science with Python and GitHub environment, expert talk on security concerns of data science, cloud and AWS bodies. In the March 2022, we have planned an activity with respect to the certification courses in association with NSDC and other government agencies. collaboration with the industries for minor projects and internships for the students of computer science and engineering department, and job fairs and related events. So these are all the list of activities that we have planned for the first quarter of 2022. I thank you, Ms. Sowmya Moni ma'am, for providing us an opportunity to establish collaboration with WIBD RYMEC and WIBD India chapter. Thank you, madam.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'd like to hear from the principal of RYMEC as well.
Ma'am, definitely I'll share at the end. My views and other things I'll definitely
Sure.
share. I'll be happy to share also.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir.
Now I request Dr. T. Hanmantadi sir, Principal RYM Engineering College, to give the presidential remark on the inaugural occasion. Please, sir.
Yeah. Good morning to all who have joined a very important occasion of inauguration of student chapter on women in big data. Name itself is quite exciting. Women in big data, and congratulations to my colleagues Anuradha, Girish, Nagaveni Biradhar and Rajeshwari for coordinating with WIBD team to establish the chapter. On behalf of institution, let me acknowledge the presence of Sowmya Moni ma'am, given a very good presentation and details about women in big data chapter. Madam, on behalf of institution, let me promise that we will be part of this great movement. The institution will always be with this chapter to coordinate the activities and let us have a good outcomes based on the activities. Madam, really, I'm excited to listen the details of Vidya, Saraswati, Shakti, Gayatri, and Lakshmi. Great that I'm really connected with these names, and also the tagline of these things. Vidya is really good, that it knowledge dissemination, very great idea, and Saraswati, industry-driven curriculum, great. And Shakti is restarting career. Really, ma'am, I think you have identified that the Shakti is a very good scheme, because many women will stop the career for different reasons, different personal reasons, or maybe family reasons, or maybe health reasons. They will stop the career for some period. But there is a icon that says that you can restart the career with the women in big data skull under the anchor of Shakti. Really great. And there is one more name, Gayatri, developing leaders. Leader required in all walk of life. I think there are huge applications in big data in coming days. I think the world will be led by big data scientists. That no application goes without huge data now. Even a small application will have huge unorganized data, and I think a lot of research on this category will help to have a very good applications and big data applications. And Lakshmi, name itself is Lakshmi. Lakshmi is money. I think you have categorized as employment opportunities. Ma'am, congratulations from the principal office for this good design for Indian context. This is where the innovation speaks. Innovation in cooking, innovation in data scientist, innovation in engineering. I think there is a scope for innovation in all walks of life. Tagline is really good, that building the workforce of the future, that you need to create a workforce who are good in present day technology. I think that is a tagline, and there's one more tagline which really attracted me is there cannot be equity in society without equity in data collection curation and decisions. Really good. I think these taglines says that you are truly involved in women empowerment. Ma'am, the institution is really truly participates. I would word use truly and honestly participates in creating success stories in the movement of women in big data. I will always believe that do some work that should have some good outcome. Otherwise, don't do that. I think Women in Big Data Science chapter, but at our institution will help to create very success stories. Thank you, madam, for giving an opportunity for our institution to establish a chapter. And really, I'm interested because it is a non-profit organization. Most of the times we are approached by profit organizations, Microsoft or somebody who are profit organizations. This is the first time that I'm seeing an organization which we have associated. Name itself is a non-profit organization. Madam, Marwan Engineering College is always at your disposal and service to conduct any event at any part of time and day. And we are truly and honestly wants to have an association that should have a real success story that should help women and girl students of our institution and women at large. Thank you for giving an opportunity to be part of this inaugural function. And really, as a computer science professor, I'm really excited to be part of this inauguration of this workshop. And I'll also acknowledge Ekta Mehul, who are and you, Madam Sowmya, who are all co-director WiBD India chapter. And another important aspect of this WiBD is that people are with diversified background.
Yes.
Yeah, that speaks of its strength, vision, and its mission. Madam, great that you are given us the opportunity to start this. We will be associated with you for all 5 anchors, what you have established. And each anchor will help our institution to reach good heights. Thank you, Anuradha, Girish, Madam Nagveni and others, Rajeshwari, for giving an opportunity to be part of this great event. Madam, Sowmya, Madam, I will always read the stories of Akkama Devi. Akkama Devi is a first Kannada poet, woman Kannada poet. And she always stands for courage. She always stands for determination. Akkama Devi always stands for patience. Akkama Devi always stands for service. Women in big data of our chapter will follow the preachings of Akkama Devi in letter and spirit, make very good success stories in its movement. Thank you, Anand.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your encouraging and motivating words to start all the activities for this coming new year 2022. We sure will follow all the guidelines under your guidelines. We are here to run all the activities and facilitate all the girl students of computer science and even the allied branches of RYMEC. Thank you, sir. Now may I request R.P. Rajeshwari ma'am to conclude the program with the oath of thanks.
On behalf of RYMEC WiBD student chapter, I take the privilege to render oath of thanks. I express sincere thanks to our Honorable Chairman, Sri Allam Chennappa sir, and the management for all the support extended. I also extend sincere thanks to our principal, Dr. T. Hanumanth Reddy sir, for the constant support and guidance for conducting such events. I also thank Dr. Girish sir, HOD CSE and Dean Academic for always encouraging us in conduction of such programs. I express deep sense of gratitude to Dr. Ekta Mahal, Coordinator, WIBD Chapter, and Dr. Sowmya Moni, ma'am, for accepting our invitation and hosting the WIBD, RYMEC WIBD Student Chapter. I also express sincere thanks to Vinita, ma'am, WIBD India Chapter, for successfully planning and execution of the event. I thank all the core team members of WIBT's chapter and student participants. I thank Dr. Anuradha, convener, Dr. Nagveni Biradar and Shivakeshi sir for the technical support extended in conducting the event. Thank you one and all. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Come to the conclusion. Thank you, ma'am, for joining us. And in the shortly, we are requesting to, we are planning for an event, and I and Anuradha ma'am will get in contact with you.
Sure.
Thank you, madam. Thank you for valuable inputs on WIBD. We will carry forward your movement without any issues. Thank you.
Thank you,
for
sir.
giving.
Thank you for those encouraging words. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.